In order to configure payroll rules, go to Configure, List Configuration, Payroll, and Rules. This pulls up a configuration panel where you can set the rules for how payroll is handled in OnTarget. The Hours Before OT field controls how many hours must be worked by an employee before overtime rules kick in. This is a required rule for payroll and must be set at the onset of processing any payroll. The pay week start day is also a required rule for payroll setup. This parameter controls the starting day of the week that the system uses in determining the total weekly hours worked. This ultimately factors into the total hours calculated before overtime rules kick in. If ACH mask SSN is checked, only the last 4 digits of the employee's social security numbers will be displayed in the ACH file. The ACH origin prefix parameter is available in the event that your particular banking institution requires a prefix to be added to the ACH file. Enter any prefix here as required. The Wages Payable account drop-down displays a listing of all GL accounts available in your database. Select the appropriate Wages Payable account. If Use Start Delay Day with Effective Date is checked, the system will process deductions and leave policies with respect to any specified start delay days based on the effective date entered against the respective records instead of the employee's hire date. This is especially important if, for example, an employee's status changes from part-time to full-time, and PTO calculations with respect to any delay days should be based on the effective date rather than a hire date. There are 2 options for the Display on Checks field. The first option is Display Pay Type Description. If this is selected, the employee's check will display the hours breakdown with corresponding pay type descriptions. If Display Service Description is checked, the employee's check will display the hours breakdown with corresponding service descriptions. If Import from Timesheets is checked, the system will create paychecks from approved timesheets only. This option should only be selected if your company has implemented timesheets in OnTarget. If the checkbox is deselected, the system will create paychecks from time records that are payroll eligible and payroll approved, in the case of notes. See the corresponding payroll videos to learn more about creating checks from timesheets or time records. Lastly, if Enable Auto Salary Import is checked, the system will automatically create checks for active employees with active salary pay types whenever time is imported into payroll. This function is especially useful when you want to ensure that all active salaried employees are paid for a given pay period without the need for a manual time record entry. This can be a nice time saver. Should you have any questions about these payroll rules, please contact support by going to Options, Support, and Contact Support.